Ladies and gentlemen, one more time, let's give our graduates a big round of applause. Okay, all right, gentlemen, as we settle in, thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, as you're filling these empty seats here really quickly here, I want to take an opportunity again to thank you. We are honored that you could join us in today's celebration of our students' graduation. Thank you. Hold on, I need you guys one more time. Just want to make sure. We got them all. All right, ladies and gentlemen, one more time. Congratulations to our graduates. Again, as we celebrate and honor our graduates today, I'd like to bring your attention. Joining us on stage here to my left is our campus leadership team, who represent not only educators, but also our admissions, financial aid, career services, and student services departments and staff that have supported each student's journey here at UTI. Let's all please give them all a well-deserved round of applause. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to acknowledge the graduates who are wearing distinct honor cords. The gold and silver honor cord represents our students who have earned the President's List for a grade point average of 4.0 and 3.9 to 3.8 throughout their entire studies here at UTI. Our National Technology Honor Society students were recognized with both a high GPA and attendance. This accomplishment is represented by a purple medallion. The red, white, and blue cords represent our graduates who are United States veterans. And the silver cord represents our graduates who currently are now employed in the job field of their study. Again, let's give them a round of applause. I'd like to take a moment to recognize one student. We have one student who is a National Technology Honor Society awardee. And Jonathan, I'd like you to stand up, please, and come receive your gift certificate. It is Mr. Jonathan Wade Hosea. At this time, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to introduce our campus president, Mr. Darren Prost, who would like to give you one last message of inspiration before you start your careers and future. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Darren Prost.
Thank you, Jim. The hard part's over. We got them all in here and seated. Ladies and gentlemen, faculty and staff, families and guests, good afternoon, and welcome to our summer commencement ceremony. Today we gather to celebrate the remarkable achievements of more than 440 graduates. No, they're not all here today, but they represent the transportation and skilled trades industries we proudly serve here at UTI Houston. These include automotive, airframe and power plant, collision repair, diesel, HVAC, industrial maintenance, non-destructive testing, robotics and automation, welding, and wind energy. I'm especially honored to recognize that there are 75 United States military veterans among today's graduating class. Thank you for your service and your continued commitment to excellence. So graduates, this moment marks the beginning of your journey as skilled professionals, individuals who will build, repair, innovate, and strengthen the communities around you. While this may be the end of your training at UTI, it is not the end of your education. What you've gained here is not a culmination, it is a foundation and a stepping stone for a lifetime of growth and learning. As you move forward, stay curious. Embrace challenges as opportunities to learn, improve, and contribute. The world you're entering is rapidly evolving and technology continues to advance at an unprecedented pace. Your ability to adapt and keep learning will be one of your greatest assets. But more than anything you've learned in a classroom or lab, your success will ultimately depend on something deeper, and that is your work ethic. Work ethic isn't just about working hard, although that does matter. It's about showing up on time. It's about taking pride in your work, or even when no one is watching. It's about doing what you say you are going to do every single time. Your work ethic will define your reputation. The best part, work ethic has nothing to do with talent. Talent is something that you're born with. It's a gift, but effort is a choice. Every day you decide how hard you will work and how committed you will be. Your skills may open doors, but your work ethic will determine how far you go once you walk through them. A strong work ethic will serve you better than any other attribute throughout your career. So the foundation has been laid. Each of you now has the opportunity to build a career around something that you actually enjoy, to shape your work around your life rather than your life around your work. That is a privilege and an advantage that many people never experience, so don't take that for granted. To the families and friends here today, These graduates you're about to see cross this stage possess skills that can no longer be overlooked, underestimated, or undervalued. They are problem solvers. They are technologically fluid. They're experts at making things work. Skilled trades are essential to our economy and our way of life. They are the backbone of our infrastructure, our industries, and our innovation. More importantly, they are honorable professions filled with opportunity, purpose, and pride. What these graduates are trained to do is not optional, it is essential. The work they will perform will solve real problems. People, businesses, and communities will depend on them. Without skilled professionals like these, our country simply does not move forward. Graduates, congratulations. Continue to work hard, stay committed, and make a positive impact through your craft. And never forget that what you do matters. May God bless you all.
Very difficult. But not just that you started something that was very difficult, but that you finish it. That matters especially in the world that we live in today, because people can talk about goals, but not everyone is able to accomplish the goals. You've committed your time, you've committed your talent, your finances, and today is your graduation. Let's give yourselves a round of applause. For many of you that are family members, you know that this has not been an easy time. But graduates, you showed up, you sacrificed, you studied, you practiced, you persevered. And yes, sometimes you failed at some things, but you improved, you showed resilience. But more importantly, you kept going. Today, every certificate, credential, and degree represents a story. And it represents a story of discipline. It represents a story of resilience and growth. So please take in this moment, because you should be celebrating. Many of you all have balanced work, bills, families, responsibilities, transportation issues, stress, exhaustion, and uncertainty while pursuing your educational dreams. In Texas, we often talk about preparing students to be college and career and military ready. But today we're focusing on the post-high school career ready aspect of the state's vision. Today, more than anything, you are showing and demonstrating that you are ready. That UTI has helped you prepare for a profession, but life will now test you. Life is going to test whether you are ready for that responsibility. Your success will be determined not only by what you do, but how you show up and how you treat people. Now is the time that you will be able to show how much you know. That is where many professionals set themselves apart. Technical skills may get you hired, but character, communication, reliability, integrity, and customer service is what keeps you and will sustain your career. The world is full of people who know how to do a job, but employers are searching for people who they can trust. Customers are seeking and searching for people that show that they care, and teams are searching for people who can celebrate, but more importantly, show that they can be a part of a team. And the truth is, the soft skills are no longer soft, they are the essential parts of your ability to keep your jobs. People want to know that you can communicate clearly, that each one of you know how to listen, that you can show empathy, you know how to solve problems under pressure, to work with others, to stay professional when you get frustrated, and to treat customers with dignity and respect. In fact, sometimes the difference between a good technician and great professionals has nothing to do with the tools that you learn, but it has everything to do with people, because people always will remember how you made them feel. A customer may not fully understand the complexity of the repair that you completed and how you share with them what you've done, but they will remember whether or not you've been honest. They're going to remember whether or not you listened to them, where you respected them, and whether or not that you made them feel valued instead of a transaction. In your pursuit of high personal income and financial success, which are important, never allow money to be more important to you than who you serve, your customers. Never sacrifice integrity for profit. Never sacrifice customer trust for speed. Never sacrifice excellence for convenience. When your reputation becomes stronger than your resume, opportunities will start to find you. Never let anyone minimize the importance of what you do. The professionals in this room, the graduates that we're celebrating today, you will be the ones that keep transportation moving forward, business operating, families safe, industries functioning, and communities connected, which all are a part of our Houston economy. Your hands will solve problems that others cannot. Your expertise matters. Your reliability will matter. Your professionalism will matter. And most important, the attitude that you demonstrate will matter. Please understand that the graduation that we're celebrating today is not the finish line. It's the first step in your God-assigned professional journey. Today, you are stepping into your purpose, and that purpose may involve some of you will become master technicians. Some of you are going to become supervisors and business owners, instructors. Some of you will become innovators, and some leaders in industries that do not even exist yet. Wherever life takes you, what I want you to understand is you need to keep learning, keep growing, and keep refining your craft. Because people who thrive in long terms will not always be the ones that have the most talent. Often, they're the ones that are the most teachable. I definitely know something about that because overcoming challenges, like many people in this room, no one is perfect. There will be obstacles as you graduate. There are going to be moments of uncertainty. There are going to be moments where expectations were high and resources were low. And there are going to be moments where you're going to have to persevere, even when that means that you have to step out of your comfort zone. But one thing I've learned is this: growth often happens in seasons where nobody is applauding you. And if I'm honest, and for some of you, the greatest development happened before you celebrate your graduation today. Your development happened when you were going through the hard times. It happened when you wanted to quit, but you didn't. When you had to stay up late and study. When you had to manage work, family, and school. When you struggled to understand something, but you kept up at night and you kept practicing until you got it. Remember, those moments build something inside of you that you can't forget when you get your first job, when you get your first stress, when you get your first obstacle. Remember, the same lessons that got you here will be the same lessons that will continue to sustain you. Most importantly, remember that faith is a lesson that you're going to continue to learn and that you will be able to rely on. Because faith is the substance of things hoped for and the evidence of things unseen. I learned that faith in God, a belief in yourself, and a heart to look beyond yourself for the good of others will carry you far longer than anything that you've learned. So as you leave today, as we celebrate you, I want you to remember that your education gave you knowledge. Your training gave you skills, but your values will determine your legacy. So walk confidently, stay humble, keep learning, serve people well, honor your craft, give back, and protect the integrity. Today is not the end of your story, it is only the beginning. Congratulations, class of 2026. I wish you many blessings on your journey. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, now the moment we've all been waiting for. I'm pleased to announce our graduates by program. Awarding our graduates with their certificates will be Ms. Lori Esparza. For the candidates for graduation from the Automotive Technology program, please stand and come forward. Christian Castillo. James Torres. Carson Roganowski. Jeremy Hernandez. Joshua Craig. Edgar Martinez. Carlos Miranda. Anthony Martina. Michael Gracia. Ramirez. Miguel Rios. Jonathan Carranza. Henry Martinez. Moses Valdez. Emiliano Valdez. Angelina Gonzalez. Steven Rivas. Andrew Loto. Daniel Munoz. Miguel Lopez. Ixor Ventura. Drayden Holman. Brendan Gregory. Taylor Bryant. Javante Valiant. Bruce Cortez. Christian Martinez. Carlos Enrique Villador. Taha Mohammed. Michael Perez. Aman Merchant. Anthony Johnson. Keith Bowman. Xander Toscana. Juan Carlos Sanchez Jr. Rayshawn Hicks. Angel Arbizu. Andres Martinez. Jose Jimenez. Ian Meyer. Esperanza Flores. Crystal Martinez. Jason Wynn. Joshua Garay. Tommy Peters. Zachary Scott. John Marks. Donovan Deal II. Tishawn Aguilar. Jose Angel Juarez. Joshua Treadwell. Orlando Salinas. Sean Atkinson. Christian Camacho. Alan Baskin. Johnny Lopez. Francisco Gomez. Glenn Manzano. George McInerney. Amar Ali. Terrence Bolden. Maria Barahona. Nehemiah Washington. Zachary Ryman. Benjamin McDonald. Bobby Mathis. Brandon Robbins. Justin Cortez. Jonathan Flores. David Medina. Sylvia Castro. Connor Gladstone. Zavarius Willis. Nathan Trevino. Juan Carlos Castillo. Sergio Bird. Donnell Watson Jr. Clarence Hendahl. Jairo Benitez. Gerardo Godoy. Jonathan Gosay. Kamani Henderson. Lucas Jonathan Wynn. Charan Kamal Singh. Chris Ayala. Andre Acosta. Keisha Armstrong. Mark Roundtree. These are our candidates for graduation from the aviation program. Edwin Pinas. Joshua Ryan Vasquez. Alexander Rodriguez. Daniel Poole. Devon Justin Wilkinson. Gerardo Ramon Jr. Matthew Lopresti. Abraham Ableza. Joseph Cataldi. Ricardo Antonio Quinteros. Jacob Martinez. Emmanuel Guzman. Pablo Garcia. Jesus Arias. Oscar Pereira. Christopher Robinson. Giovanni Lopez Duran. Jaden James Ibarra. Francisco Hernandez. Federico Iranaga. Manuel Antonio Gutierrez. Rodney Munoz. Alec Moreno. Emmanuel Escalante Morel. Charmaine Baberga. Cherie Durgan. Nathaniel Cushman. Joey Herb. Michael Carrier II. Christopher Brown. Henry Shannon. Bilal Abbas. Kevin Morales. Andres Alaco. Nestor Cortez. Josue Estrada. Andreas Ortiz. Marcus Stewart. Khadija Norton. Micah Holland. Giovanni Valdez. Edward Olivo. Matthew Hill. Juan O'Bara. Tristan Debler. Ronnie Sinha. John Quinn. Joshua Chinabula Ense. Veronica Gallegos. Hugo Alanis. Eric Sanchez. Royal Medrano. Carlton Warren. Adrian Hernandez. Christian Sims. Jeffrey Argueta. Caleb Matthews. Tanya Cordina. Cain Matthew Leha. Elijah Lacey Harvey. Jacob Smith. Now our graduates from our collision estimating program. Alejandro Olivares. Jason Martin. Paul Leger. Jonathan Maldonado. Jose Dominguez. Indira Owen. Tyree Cummings. Anthony Lopez. Jude Bogencia Lemon. Our graduates now from our Diesel and Industrial Technology program, please come forward. And our candidates for graduation from the Energy and Industrial Maintenance Technology program, please come forward as well. From our HVAC program, Latravian Lewis. Helder Osorio. Eduardo Campos Gonzalez. Big smiles. Dave Vitt. Carlos Rodriguez. Great smile. Mario Zavala. Diego Hernandez. Alisa Joffrey. Brian Torres Tobar. Eric Moss. Trevor Brown. Nicholas Benavides. Cody Stiff. Elijah McLucas. Hector Perez. Gerardo Alderman. Sanai Mitchell. Jeffrey Smith. Alex Cisneros. David Rogers. Jeremy Moreno. Adrian Lizalde. Adrian Rosario. Reginald Gaines. Thomas Meinhardt. Felipe Moreno. Luis Morales. Weston Blair. Jose Moreno. Our graduates from the Energy and Industrial Maintenance Technology program. Trevor Melton. Richard Emley. Joshua Weiss. David Ethan Gutierrez. C.D. Walker. Christian Rodriguez. Jorge Garza. Diego Cardoza Vasquez. Diego Ayala. Panther Green. Dejan Sample. Luis Pastrana. Nathan Gonzalez. Leonardo Ramirez. Madison Brown. Dominique Barney. Mario Leja. Daniel Valencia. Jason Castro. Diego Correa. Adiel Castro. Chance Murphy. Connor Torres. Caden Dunlap. For my quarterback graduate program, Arnold Lopez. Ignacio Yanez. Mario de los Santos. Javier Tomas. Xavier Lopez. Harrison Goff. Miguel Uras. For our BMW Fast Track Program graduate, Anthony Ramirez. Jamie Noble. David Rivas. Excuse me, Daniel Rivas. Min Tron. Jalen Rachel. Daquan Willens. Frank Escobedo. Scotty Babbitt. Women's MSAT program graduate, Kane Weber. Gerard Sean Johnson II. Jericho Ratliff. Wyatt Austin Laird. Jatorian Dimas. Graduates from our Automation Technology program, Mr. Leon Wynn. For our welding program, our welding graduates, Mr. Ricky Allen Weaver. Aiden Barnes. Randy Midland. Aaron Fantock. William Gaynor. Andrea Hernandez. Iris Mendoza. Jamie Lyons. Rodrigo Franklin. Javon Evans. Tayshawn Rucker. Anthony Hodges. Sergio Gonzalez. Oscar Hurtado. Emerson Guzman. Lillian Ramirez Blanes. Allison Limon Munoz. Christy Coleman. Levi Hill. Dominic Roger. Dominic Roper. Oscar Herrera. David Antonio Snyder. Joseph Zakowski. Joe Oviedo. Danielle Torres. Trenton Green. Michael Duplatier. Yahweh McCall. Diego Vera. Jordan Bigben. Chloe Liddell. Thomas James Van Horn Jr. Jonathan Ossie. Alan Guerra. Mario Rodriguez. Jonathan Guzman. Treasure Harris. Jacobo Vasquez. Brandon Ayala. Gabriel Herrera. Henry Rivas. Javente Curtis. Cesar Mauricio. Jesus Alanes Jr. Masani Puckett. Derek Santiago. Barney Burhager. Valerie Galvan. Reese Hicks. Kelton Garcia Lee. Mario Juan Gutierrez. Greg Brandenburg, Kevin Business, Ron James, Allison Washburn, Albert Martinez, Sophia Lee, Xavier Lugins, Piper Ford, Christian Garcia, Brandon Romero, Cameron Rubel Hobson, Hara Rodriguez, Ronald Ron Smith, Eric Cavazos, Pedro Bonilla. Our graduates from our non-disruptive testing program, Sebastian Boyeda, Devin Fisher, Blaine Howell, Joshua Luke McCurdy, and our graduates from our robotics and automation program, Ashley Adams, Orville Bell II, Amaya Knight, ladies and gentlemen, let's give one big round of applause to all of you. One big round of applause. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Morrison will now convey our graduates over to our campus president.
Congratulations. Graduates, would you please stand? All graduates, please stand. Mr. Burse, I present you the candidates for graduation. Upon review by myself and faculty, we agree that the candidates meet all necessary academic requirements as set forth by the Institute, our accrediting body, and the state of Texas to meet graduation. Graduates, by the power appointed into me as education manager, I now pronounce you as graduates of UTI Universal Technical Institute with all rights and privileges, responsibilities associated with that achievement. Congratulations to all 2026 graduates. All right. Graduates, now you can take your tassels and move it from the right side to the left side. Congratulations to all.
Ladies and gentlemen, before we dismiss our graduates, you can celebrate. I just want to give a kind reminder. Many of you have brought beautiful flowers for your graduates. They're right outside the door, right by the big aquarium on the right. So please make sure you pick up your flowers for your graduates that you brought here into the ceremony. Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of myself, the entire faculty, staff, and our guest speaker, Dr. Rodney Watson, we want to thank you for joining us and honoring our graduates this afternoon. I'm going to ask that you please remain seated while our staff leaves the stage and our graduates exit. Ladies and gentlemen, once our graduates and staff exit, we ask that you please remain, take plenty of pictures, celebrate our graduates. And on behalf of our entire Universal Technical Institute family, my name is Jim Bailey. Thank you so very, very much for coming and honoring us today.